Hi, welcome back to my channel and my very first video of December. This is going to be a first impressions Aldi makeup, Lacura makeup review. So it's the very first time I've tried these products. I did a video recently showing you and telling you all about them because they're all dupes of higher ended makeup brands. If you'd like to know a little bit more about them, I will link my video up above and down below so that you're free to check that out. I think it's a quite short video, but it goes into detail about each product and what they claim to do, etc. In my last video I was really chuffed that Aldi had released these. Very naughty, very cheeky. Haven't got a clue how they can do it, but you know, if they are going to copy it and they can get away with it, then let's hope that the actual products are good, are worth it. So this is what I'm doing. I'm testing them all out today. I'm wearing the makeup on my face now and I do apply it throughout the video, so you get to see exactly what my thoughts are and how they apply. So the first item is a foundation, and this was the Lancome foundation. Now this was released a couple of months ago, so it's not new, but they have re-released it and it's still in Aldi now. So most of these are special buys, which means Aldi release them and they are in the shops until they sell out, and then they might not ever come back again. Now if they do really well, then they do tend to come back. So this foundation has come back, a Glam Glow Mud Mask dupe has come back as well, which is amazing. I've also reviewed that. I'll tell you what, I'll add all my Aldi dupe and first impressions videos down below. So click on the show more on that and bring a description and everything will be down there. So if you're interested, then you're welcome to take a look. So going back to this is a Lancome dupe, and this is Lacura Cares For You Illusion Touch 2-in-1 Concealer and Foundation. So on the top half here, we've got a little pot of concealer, and then we've got the foundation, a pump foundation here. Now I've got it in shade 200 Savannah, and from what I could gather this was the lightest one. So this cost me £5.99. Then we had a bronzer. So this is Lacura Aloha Bronzer, and this cost £5.99, and it's a dupe of Benefit Hoola, as you can see there. So there we go. Next we've got a primer. This is Lacura Snapshot Ready Foundation Primer, which is oil free. This costs £5.99, and it's a dupe for Photo Ready Smashbox, or Smashbox Photo Ready Primer. Then we got a mascara, and this is Lacura Too Legit Mascara, and it's a dupe of Benefit Their Real Mascara. So that's what that looks like there. Exactly same packaging. See, it's naughty, isn't it? It is naughty because they copy in. You know, people design these things and they take ages. But I don't know how they get away with it. Anyway, the last item is a Lacura Broadway Shape Glow. So this is a duo set with a mirror. Oop, I can't open it up now. So we've got a duo set here. We've got a highlighter and then we've got a contour, but it's a shimmery contour. So I talk a little bit more about that in the video. So those are the 5 items that I bought and what I've used on my face now. So I've just gone for quite minimal makeup on my eyes and stuff, so this is not going to be a tutorial. It's just my basic day-to-day type makeup. I am going to go out afterwards, going to go shopping, but if you want to know my thoughts and to see how they all apply, then carry on watching. So I've prepped my face ready and I'm going to be using a primer first. So this is the primer. Let's see what it's like. From memory, it does look exactly the same. It just looks exactly the same. Not sure what you'd be able to see there. It feels more like a Vaseline. It's such a shame I don't have the Smashbox one to compare, but this definitely feels more greasy, more like a Vaseline that I'm putting on my face. My pores don't look any different. It feels nice and soft on my skin. It does feel silky, but it just feels a little bit greasy. Although this is oil free, but it's just got that like Vaseline type feel on my face, and it doesn't feel like I'm ready to put foundation on. It just feels a little bit, I don't know. But yeah, so it hasn't blurred my pores or anything like that. So I don't know what it's going to be like as a base to put foundation on top, and how long it'll help my foundation last or not. I'll have to do quite an in-depth review on that one, but so yes, I'm not sure at the moment, not sure. Onto the foundation. So we got the 2-in-1, so we got the concealer at the top, and then we've got the foundation on the bottom. It says to put the concealer on first, but I don't like doing that. Obviously it's up to you, so I'm going to just do exactly what I normally do with my makeup. I'm going to apply the foundation first and then the concealer underneath my eyes and any redness or any blobs that are still shining through after the foundation, and see how it does. So to apply my foundation I use a beauty blending sponge, and this is a Nancy, and I've just dampened it down so it's nice and big and squishy. I love this one, it's my favourite type of beauty blending sponge. It's just nice and big and bouncy as you expect, but it's also got like a little point at the top there and a flat part as well, which helps me get right into the corners. For concealer, I think I don't know, I think these cost about £2.99 from TK Maxx, so yeah, well worth trying, definitely. Very thin consistency, very liquidy, so we'll see, because it's supposed to give quite a good coverage, but I'm hoping that it'll give a good coverage but will still remain sort of quite natural looking. The colour is not too bad actually. The colour I'd say is a pretty spot on match for me. I tend to put 2, maybe 3 layers, thin layers on my face and build it up that way. But so far so good. It's very light coverage. It's not, you can still see a lot of like my imperfections, redness around my nose and things, so it is very light, but I will be adding another layer. But yeah, let's see what it's like with the second. So I'm just gonna tap that on my hand and build that up. Ooh, like this. It's given me an even skin tone. I think it is evening out my skin tone, but it's not doing any covering up, so I'm hoping that the concealer will help in that department. It looks alright, but it is sort of clinging to my drier parts of my skin, around here and around here and around here. Right, onto the concealer part now. So using the little pot, I'm just going to dab it on with my finger and blend with the sponge. So I got broken capillaries and I got sebaceous hyperplasia lumps all across my cheeks there, so I tend to go down quite low. I'm just dotting. So I'm going to use this little mirror. So I'm just going to blend that in. What is really odd, which I don't like, oh my word, I really wanted to like this product, but what is really odd is that it seems to be taking off the foundation. I'm not sure if it can be picked up on the camera, but all across here is showing my redness more. It's showing, it's lifted up. I'm only dabbing lightly, flat part, really lightly dabbing to blend in that concealer. I'm noticing, yeah, it's coming red there. You can see it's coming off, which is weird. No, it's done exactly the same here as well. When I'm blending it in, it's pulling off the foundation. Okay. It's really making my fine lines stick out as well. I think first impressions is I don't like it. The colour is fab, the colour is really great. It's, you know, it's my skin tone, it's fine, it seems to be adapting well. But yeah, for first impressions, because I don't know how it's going to wear or what it's going to like, if it's going to oxidise or anything, but at the moment I'm finding that it's really hard to apply on my face. There could be different techniques. Maybe it doesn't work well with the primer. Maybe I'd find if I didn't use that Vaseline type primer, it might stick on my face a little bit better, which defeats the object of a primer. But it just feels like it's not that it's sliding around my face. It did feel that it was going on my face okay, but it's patchy. And when I started to apply the concealer I don't think is worth nothing. I'll never use that again. My under eyes, they don't look much better at all. They're still quite dark. It's sort of patchy on my skin here. Look at this skin there. It looks awful. It doesn't want to settle on my skin. No, not impressed. Yeah, so from here it doesn't look too bad. It's just when you go up close, then that's when you can see all the patchiness. Yeah, so because I'm using all powder products from now on, I'm going to set my face. I've got Luna by Luna. It's just a translucent powder. I've got a big fluffy brush. Tap it in. Just set my eye socket. Just lightly go over my middle area really. Onto the bronzer. So this is the Benefit Hoola dupe. And yeah, let's see what it's like. The colour looks almost identical. I do have the Benefit Hoola here, but I can't get it because, as I said in my previous video, we're renovating at the moment. So I've got very small little boxes of makeup, and the Benefit Hoola isn't in any of those. So it's packed away somewhere, so I can't compare it. But I'll soon be able to tell what it's like and see what the difference is. Hopefully, anyway, hopefully. With the Benefit Hoola bronzer, it's quite a cool toned bronzer, so I'm able to do a bit of a contour before I go higher up on my cheeks. So I tend to carve out a little bit of a contour in my under cheeks here, and then I go in with a big fluffy brush and just lightly, you know, go over the rest of my face then. So I'm going to do exactly the same here. So the first brush I'm going to use is a contour brush, and it's by Real Techniques. There's a big fluffy brush, but with a bit of a point. It is a little bit warmer than what I thought, but yeah, we'll see, we'll see. I don't think it blends out as well as the Benefit. It seems that I'm trying harder with this one, but it would be good if I could have the other one to compare, to give you a proper comparison. But this is a first impressions video, so it's not really a comparison. Yeah, this is definitely a little bit warmer, I think. Switch into a fluffier brush. This is actually a Zoeva powder brush, but because it is in a bit of a dome shape, I like to apply it just to the tops there and swirl it over the tops of my cheeks. Whoa, I put on quite a bit there. Oh, it's quite patchy. Oh my word. That is quite patchy, isn't it? Okay, and I'm only putting a tiny bit on, but it doesn't want to blend that well. Oh my gosh, I so wanted to love these products. What is going on? You're going back to that powder brush that I applied, the translucent powder. I'm just going to buff that out a bit. So my first impressions on this bronzer is that it's a little bit warmer than I thought, than I anticipated. I wouldn't have gone so low with a warmer bronzer. I wouldn't have done a contour with a warmer bronzer. For my cheeks it's fine, but I did find it a little bit patchy and it needs a bit of work to actually blend out and apply, I suppose. So yeah, so for £5.99 I think there's better ones out there. I don't think it is similar to Benefit Hoola from memory, but for the same price as this, £5.99, we've got this one by L'Oreal. I love it. Back to bronze, absolutely perfect colour. You can see there, it's quite a cool tone as well. It's just really nice, and I think I would 100% prefer this one over this one. I think out of 10, I'd give it possibly a 5 maybe. So it's a shame, but onto the highlight. So this is the Shape and Glow. They're both, as you can see, they're both very shimmery. Hopefully you can see there. So I'm going to be applying this one to the tops of my cheeks here, and then I'm going to be applying that one to the very tops and just little parts around my face. I've got a highlighting brush, but I use that for the highlight, the paler colour. So I'm just going to go back to the same contour brush that I had before for the Shape colour. So I wouldn't use the Shape to do a contour because it's got shimmer in it. So I'm going to use it just to darken up my bronzer really. So let's see what it's like. I don't have the Charlotte Tilbury one, so I'm not sure how you're supposed to apply it really, but let's have a go. See, it's so patchy. Oh, I can't use it, can I? Look at that blob. Oh my word. I was hoping for a subtle highlighted forehead. Now I got a blob, and I've got to do another blob now on the other side to blinking blend. I keep on going back to this brush to try and blend it all in together because it just doesn't seem to be working that well. I'm going to have to look at some Charlotte Tilbury tutorials to see what she does with them, but you know, no, I can't notice much on my face whatsoever. Never mind. Onto the glow part. So oh, I forgot to show you. I'm using a Zoeva, and it's a Luxe highlight brush. That's pretty. I quite like that. That is really nice. I think this highlight part is my favourite item so far. That is really, really pretty. Quite shimmery, but not in your face. I think that's quite nice. So I'll just add a tiny bit of going up here. So hopefully you can see. There, I've got muddy looking cheeks with a highlight. My thoughts on this palette is that highlights part is absolutely gorgeous. It's lovely. It's really quite shimmery, but it's not in your face shimmery. It's nice. It is really pretty, and I'd imagine that to be quite nice as well, like as an inner corner highlight. This one here is neither here or there for me. If it's the perfect colour, if it didn't have like a shimmer to it. So I'm not too sure about that, but as I said, I'm going to be going online to have a look to see what other people do because I've never used them before, so I don't know. But yeah, this is lovely, really, really lovely. And yeah, so let's see what it's like with a blusher on top. I'm just using L'Oreal Life's a Peach. Gorgeous blush, gorgeous, gorgeous blush. Just dab that on my apples and up. So that's giving me a little bit of colour. And going in with this brush, just blending it all in very, very lightly. So I'm going to go off and do the rest of my face, and then I'll come back so then you can see me applying the mascara. So I've just finished the rest of my makeup. It's quite minimal, quite easy for their day-to-day makeup today. So I've just left my mascara ready to show you. So this is the Lacura mascara. Let's see what this is like. Because I got really, really small, thin lashes, and they're usually quite straight as well. It takes a few layers to start seeing that I have actually got lashes, but no, this one seems to be clinging to my lashes really nicely. But no, quite impressed actually. First application of mascara. So yeah, first coat of mascara, and it's looking good so far. Next coat now. So that's the second, and I'm quite impressed. Hopefully you can see. You can definitely see my lashes. I've got tiny ones. They're not nice lashes to begin with, but you can definitely see I've got mascara on, and you can see my lashes. So no, I am quite impressed with this one. Oh, phew. I thought that I've wasted £20 odd for nothing. So second coat on this one now. So there you go. So I wouldn't say this is going to be my next favourite mascara, but it's definitely a really, really good mascara. For my lashes, it needs to be absolutely amazing. And even though it creates length and separates my lashes, I do prefer them to be a bit thicker, and I think that's why I keep going back to my favourite, which is Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It's just fab. It's just fab. But no, I am impressed with this mascara, definitely. Really, really good. So yeah, so I'm going to do the bottoms now. So I've tested 5 beauty products on my face. I started with a primer. The primer, it looked very similar to what my memory could think of what the Smashbox one is like, but it just applied like a Vaseline, and I only needed a tiny bit because it just went, you know, all over my face really well. It blended into my face nicely, no like pilling or nothing like that, but it just felt quite tacky, and it just felt very much like I was putting a Vaseline type product on my face, which is a bit unusual, It didn't seem as if it was sitting well on my skin in preparation for foundation, so I did leave it a little while, but I thought, well, you know, I've got to put my makeup on. So next I went on to the foundation. This is a 2-in-1. Didn't think nothing whatsoever of the concealer. My under eyes are still quite dark, maybe not so much you can noticeable in this video, but yeah, when I'm looking in the mirror I can see, plus it hasn't covered up any of like my broken capillaries, anything, any red spots, nothing like that. It hasn't touched whatsoever, so I don't know what the point of it is whatsoever. The foundation, I am going to try it without the primer because I do want to give it a second chance, but the first impressions is it's not fantastic. It doesn't sit well on my skin. Initially it did seem to, but then it seemed to come off and seemed to be a bit patchy around, specifically around my pores and around like patches where I do tend to have a bit of dry skin at the moment, like my forehead and my cheeks around here. Yeah, it seems to be sticking there a bit and just disappearing. The more I apply, you know, products on top of it, the rest of my face. So I'm not sure if I will actually go out and buy that again. Then we went on to the bronzer. warmer than what I expected, a bit patchy, took a while to blend, but not a bad product. I wouldn't say it's absolutely awful, but yeah, I was hoping that it would be better than what it is. It's yeah, I don't think it's a touch on the actual Benefit Hoola. Yeah, not a great one. I'd say about 5 out of 10 maybe. Next we had this Shape and Glow kit. Now the highlighter is absolutely stunning, really pretty. You can just see it's picking up a little bit in the on the camera there. Just nice natural glow. It is buildable, you can add more. It's just really pretty, really natural sort of highlight. Well, not natural, it has got a little bit of shimmer in there, but if it's not full on, but which I like, perfect. The shape part, it looked really nice to begin with, but because it's got like a slight shimmer to it, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's too dark for blush, but then I don't want all this all shimmery down here either. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. But as I said in the video, I am going to be looking online to see what other people do with it and to see what Charlotte Tilbury does with hers, etc. Just to give me a bit of inspiration to know how to use it properly. Lastly, we went on to the mascara. Really impressed, save the best to last. It's definitely a mascara that works. I can't compare it to the original Benefit Varial mascara, but I love the little brush on the end. It really helps to get those little lashes and things, and yeah, it's just separated and lengthened my lashes, which is what I wanted. So yeah, so really good. So overall, I'm happy I got to try them. As far as now is concerned, the only items I would consider buying again is this duo set and the mascara, possibly. Yeah, I think bronzer, nah, primer, nah, foundation, unlikely, but you don't know. I am going to try it again tomorrow. So there you go. As always, I'd love to know your thoughts. If you've gone out and bought any of this Aldi makeup, I'd love to know what you think of it, and especially if you've got any of the higher end products that the Aldi have copied. I'd love to know how they compare as well. So yeah, so I'd love to read all your comments and your thoughts. So I hope you enjoyed this first impressions video. If you did, it'd be lovely if you give me a big thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel for lots more videos to come. So thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening.